we've talked about formal analysis. We use this. We talked about content. We use this image again. Now we're going to talk about context. And this will be a brief lecture in which we only look at the context of this one powerful image. This will fill in more. This will enhance our understanding of it. During the Great Depression, in the mid-1930s, leading up to the great stock market crash, artists found support through programs such as the Works Progress Administration, or WPA, which included varied activities of the Federal Art Project and the Resettlement Administration and the Farm Securities Administration and so on. They provided information to the public about government programs, but also about the plight of the people the programs served. So if the government wished to sell a social program, they found artists who could show the plight of the people in need of such support. Dorothea Lange worked for the WPA in the Resettlement Administration. She was hired to photograph the rural people displaced by the Great Depression. And Migrant Mother in Nipomo Valley shows just such a figure. This is a starving migrant mother and her 3 children at a camp for migratory pea pickers in Nipomo, California, just down the state from us. She was a displaced farmer who picked other people's crops to feed her 7 children, 3 of whom are shown here. Just before this photograph was taken, and here we get into the context more deeply. We cannot know this from the photograph, but it will speak volumes. The crop she was supposed to pick had frozen. What that meant was that there was no work to be done. If there's no work, there's no food. She had, just before this photograph was taken, sold the tires off of her car to buy food for her children. Now, if you're a migrant worker and you travel by car, you sell the tires off your car, you're done. This was likely her last stop. This was very possibly the last food she was able to buy. Again, I returned to that baby in her arms, so pale, so lifeless looking. This is serious. This is real. This woman and her children very likely starved to death as a result of the Great Depression. But there's one more piece of context that we should know. Dorothea Lange didn't just happen upon this woman posed like a Madonna and child flanked by angels, perfectly situated for this powerful photograph. In fact, she posed her subjects. She told them how to stand. She arranged them very carefully for the maximum impact. Now, the black and white quality of this photograph lends it a certain photojournalistic quality. We get a feeling we're just seeing the facts. While all the story that I've told you is, as far as I know, all true and accurate, this photograph enhances the effect, creates a sense that this is not merely a suffering woman, but by reference to religious iconography, to religious imagery, creates the sense that this suffering woman and her family are virtuous and therefore deserving of the government aid this art was designed to sell.